What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another epicseven video, and today on For Missouri Gaming, we're going to be talking about a brand new interview that was conducted by Gameinsight with Smilegate. So, this is actually my first time reading this. I've heard it's very controversial with a lot of their answers, so let's get into it and let's see what you guys think overall as well. So, alright. How does it feel to sell well? So I guess this is in regards to the them hitting #1 in the App Store. Basically, let's go ahead and go into this. So their answer was nice. So I believe this was though in pretty much in regards to they hit the #1 in the App Store. So I guess that's what we're like Coach gave her. All right, let's continue. All right, what was notable about servicing global market? Luna. Peeps wanted Luna, so they made Braveheart parody. What? Okay. Anything out of expectations? It went as well as we wished in the end. We knew we didn't have to work that hard on Asia server since the culture since the culture is already similar, and we had prepared traditional Chinese for global. We know character collecting games aren't a thing in the United States, but knew the potential market was huge. We believe they can be the biggest sales if we work harder at it. Okay. I mean, I don't know how exactly they're working harder at it, because they're just simply copying and pasting packs every week, and then they're launching a new character, which apparently, according to them, it takes them 4 months to design a character. So that means they probably have all the characters picked out for the next year at minimum. But anyway, why do you think epicseven sells well? Game itself, quality of characters in the world, events, abyss, challenging hunts, and such. Okay. I mean, that is a fair point. I'll give them that. And your reviews on Unit Engine. Unit Engine allows our game to have faster loading than our competition all over the globe. We hear users mention how when they play other games, they look at loading the screens to remember epicseven. Yeah, that's true, but pretty much it's been counteracted by the amount of connecting issues we've had in the last couple of updates, especially the recent update with Charles, and then they even did a patch last night after Charles came out that we've been connecting for hours and hours, and they really need to fix that. So that's one of my big beefs with that. Why global one build? It is cheaper if we split builds than we can alter contents for each market, but it also means more cost in handling separate builds and higher risk of losing money when failing. So we decided to make one build that isn't culture heavy, so it fits all markets. I can agree with that. A lot of games like that Bandai makes, for instance, has a lot of multiple versions of the game, and that there are different points of the game. And pretty much now we're pretty much all caught up with the Korean server, so with the release of Luna, so that's actually good. Alright, well, globally, Summoner's War and Fate Grand Order has taken the character collecting RPG games. What makes epicseven unique? We think that our game is the two combined: character quality of Fate Grand Order and gameplay quality of Summoner's War. This did have some drawbacks. Many users wanted to enjoy characters, but the game was too hard for them. We had many talks with Super Creative on adding skip feature and tutorials, but they decided to better focus on the content positionings. Okay. Now, when skip feature is that meant, I don't know if that is in relation to only the tutorial, or if that's meant to like skipping animations, because skipping animations is definitely something that Smilegate needs to implement as soon as possible. Okay, so since your game is serviced in 3 major locations, there must be a difference in the user archetypes. What is the priority on your servicing based on this? Since it is one game, surprisingly most users think alike, but since our game is hard and strategy heavy, the users complain the most from the difference of intel they receive. Korean users often claim to be the test servers when a news is released elsewhere first. Our goal is to release all news fairly and at the same time. We often have patches ready, but delay it because the translation is not done yet. And often the patch notes go up later in the global due to it. That makes sense. I don't really have much input to go on past that. Did servicing Korea first help you? Yes, especially since Korea servers are very aggressive on the content tackling, we are able to get good vision on how to add contents to our games, okay? Each region likely have different perspectives on the character, I would assume, character collecting games, how they do approach the market. There really isn't one. There is a difference on the data since characters preferred varies a bit by region, but we worked hard to not be culturally bound to one region, okay? I'm sure you guys are planning on China and Japan servers insights. We are looking for Chinese publisher ASAP as China's ban on Korean products are slowly being lifted. We have been talking to many publishers. As for Japan, Super Creative are still holding onto the publishing rights there, but we plan for it to be transferred over to us. Oh wow, so that's actually pretty big. So that's actually really big that they're actually talking about getting the Japan control. So maybe the percentage of the 62% that they had stake in the company is actually going to go up soon. Difficulties on translations. We had too many mistranslations, and thankfully users sent us feedbacks every time. I think the biggest challenge is the sheer workload, where most games out there have about 10,000 words per game, but our game has 200,000 words. Our translation quality did significantly drop due to the global release. As the clock started to tick for the dubbing, we went to the US along with Super Creative to meet the voice actors and directed the recording ourselves. Many staff had to go back and forth due to huge amount of dubbing that was needed. Okay, so that's a lot of insight on the dubbing of translation between the character voices. Which characters are most popular in regions? We have been changing app icons often to see which draws the most clicks. US users like Luna and Taiwan users like Tenebria. Angelica was second most clicked in both regions sales-wise. Luna got the most revenue in every server. Well, yeah, that's because Luna's OP, and we were waiting for her since the release of Global and Asia server. Oh, that's funny. 6 weeks too late, though. Most games release region-specific characters insights. If Super Creative wishes to, we are by all means. It is a high fantasy world, so it is a kind of difficult, but the events, it could be fun. It could be a fun thing. Wow, they rarely messed up their grammar here in publishing this. We did give handbook to a couple of characters, and it was nice. I don't even know what to say about that answer. That looks really rushed. Memorable incidents from servicing globally. Future City mistranslation. Just the whole mistranslation on the launch day. It is our biggest flaw and something we will be embarrassed of forever. The challenge is that our game is hard to translate in the knowledge of our game, rather. So we often get a call from translators asking what the original text meant. M&A happened during global servicing. Anything got better or changed? Not much. Even before M&A, we didn't really have a barrier between the two. Our offices are close, and we talked enough to keep everything the same. There are many fights between us, but that is because we also talked more often. I think it is rare for a publisher and developer to talk this often with each other. Okay. Korea suffered illustration censoring on Luna. Any challenges in the foreign market regarding illustrations? Same in overseas market. Apple and Google changed the rating of your games if a group monitoring our app sends suggestion. The power of such groups and organizations vary per region, so I can't go into details, but it is similar to Korea. After Luna incident, we are using the Korea Game Ratings Committee guideline as well as internal guideline on the character designs. We tell our reviewers, we tell our reviews to the developers often to make sure the characters meet the global standards. So that's about censorship, which coming from Damachi, that was a big thing as well. Long time ago, you guys mentioned E7 esports insights. No solid plans of now. We need to get together. We need to gather more data, and especially the PvP data. We have more important stuff to work on than esports. Look forward to the future. Okay, wow. So they're basically backing out of esports pretty much altogether for probably at least a couple of years, I would assume. The goal was to stay in the top 10 global market by the end of 2018. What's the plan for 2019? Our plan is that to target a new market, you need a solid market backing you up. Last year, we did very well in the United States, so this past 3 months has been focused on Taiwan. Right now, we are looking towards marketing at Europe and marketing at Europe with French and German language options. So our plan for long running is an opening new markets. Okay, so they're more really going to be catering to the European market for going forward for 2019 for marketing. Content direction of 2019. Can't really pick one word since we are looking at every possible direction. Business-wise, as publisher, we are directed towards promotions and content expansions, more collab goods, etc. So they did mention that in the MMORPG basically interview where they're talking about the new IP they're going to collab with, and we all know that we are going to be getting the new continents very, very soon in the game since we did just get Abyss this last 2 weeks. So comments to the game users. We collect feedback from the global users. All right, this is going to be rich. For example, people wanted more stamina, so we have replied with more free stamina in the next event. Oh my god, really? It's hard to satisfy our user 100%, so we're thinking hard about it. We also need to make changes, improvements, we also need to make changes that improves, not changes, the game experience. We're also talking with Super Creative to make our game more enjoyable. Lastly, always thank for users playing the game, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's the end of the interview. All right, so my main thing with this whole thing, they didn't address any of the problems really with the global, in this last question especially. They said stamina. The only thing they did that was different on stamina was they gave us 100 stamina for 5 days. That's absolutely nothing. They haven't cut stamina for hunts. They haven't cut stamina for side story. They haven't increased the amount of currency drops for side stories. So like none of that is really relevant. It's like they're trying to say 100 extra stamina a day is a quick fix. Like that's what, 5 runs in hunt and then that's it. That's not much of a fix. They haven't talked about any QOL changes in the game or future because we haven't gotten anything like auto-opening chests. We haven't gotten a fast-forward button. We haven't gotten a skip animation button. All things that need to happen in the game. And outside of the stamina thing, like fast-forward button, opening chest, and skip animations has no negative quality of money Smilegate would be receiving. So that is one thing that no matter if they're in this game more for money or more to actually grow the game in the different regions, that's something they really need to address. So that's my kind of 2 cents on the article. I don't know if this is real, to be honest, because there's a lot of grammar issues, and I feel if this was made professionally, in my opinion, that maybe this was not made legit, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm going to stay indifferent on it. I'm not going to say it was or wasn't. I just wanted to share this piece with you guys, and you guys can see Smilegate's supposedly thoughts, you know, and here you can actually go to this guy's, I guess that's his email there. So you could actually email this guy if you guys want to and like ask him more questions of legitimacy of this article. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below from this interview. If it is real, hopefully it is at some point, so just so we can have some more insight on Smilegate's thoughts of the game. And if you guys did enjoy today's news interview, let me know in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe as always if you guys are new. And once again, thank you guys so much for checking out the channel today and the video. And we'll see you guys in the next Epic 7 video. Peace out, guys.